So on Monday, we discussed insulin resistance and sugar. The reason why I wanted to engage back into that conversation is because we typically really vilify our friend sugar. And while having added sugar is not necessarily good either, moderation and really at the end of the day, food should not be looked at with that lens, right? Should we be vilifying sugar? Now, obviously, it's different than, like I said on Monday. This is different, right? This is a sugar, but it has a lot of fiber, so it is good for you. I put that as a question mark because some people will disagree, which I can understand. But at the end of the day, I think that we can definitely engage into a conversation on how do we eat these foods where, for example, I use them effectively for my weight loss. They give me that sweetness, and they give me the fiber that I want. So how do we engage back with fruit? So in review, sugar is really composed of fructose or glucose, from fruits to processed carbs such as ice cream and donuts. Eating too much sugar can contribute to people having too many calories, which can lead to weight gain. Being overweight does increase your risk of health problems such as heart disease, some cancers, and obviously type 2 diabetes. Now, insulin resistance, I'm going to review that as well. A lot of blood sugar enters the bloodstream. The pancreas pumps out more insulin to get blood glucose into your cells. Over time, the cells stop responding to all that insulin and they become insulin resistant. The pancreas keeps making actually more insulin to try to make the cells respond. But however, at some point it actually does lose that sensitivity. Good morning, friends. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jessica and I engage in conversations about weight loss, weight-related disease education, and how to achieve weight loss in an affordable way that honors your way of living. And going back to how effectively are we needing to engage into having fruit, and at the same time observing the fact that not overloading. Well, you've heard it before, making your donuts and your cupcakes and your chocolate sometimes food, and making your fruits and apples and tangerines everyday food. I think that there is an amount, if I'm going to reflect, when I was 270 pounds, I had lost the taste bud or the appetite for fruit. I didn't really eat it. Why? Because I was eating other things that were more palatable. So it did take a little bit of time for me to be able to enjoy an apple and an orange on its own. Because if you remember, on Monday we discussed the fact that I actually started with my fruit as a lower calorie option, but I had added cottage cheese or these other things to lower the glycemic index of what I was eating, because my doctor had put me on a low carb diet. Now, because of that, that's the choices I made. I tried to make my snacks more of a hunger crusher combination, like the dietitian that I watch, Abby Sharp. But now I don't necessarily do that for the sole reason that I just sometimes I would allocate sometimes, like for example, I'll have an apple and an hour later I will have my lunch. It just because it's just a grab and go. Specifically when I'm on the road visiting patients, it's easy for me to put fruit in my bag and just grab it and eat it, because the thing that I abhor is being hungry. Jessica cannot be hungry. She's not a pleasant girl. So because of that, that's the reason why I put it and I added, and I have, of course, now they taste good. So and they also meet that need of the quickness, right? Except like I don't do protein bars or whatever because I rather eat everything that's like volume and quite a bit of food. But anyway, I'm digressing. So in terms of sugar, at the end of the day, there is nothing bad and good. It's only sometimes when you want to do your sugar substitute during the week, Splenda or anything that has which is artificial. Yes, I know. And during the week, if you really want it, if you have it on the weekend, put it in your calories and have it, because I certainly do, and I truly do not deny myself. What I do is I portion. So I'll have ice cream, I'll have the donut, but I'll have one. Does that make sense? So have a good day, and I will see you Friday. I believe you're going to enjoy that discussion. And if you liked this video, subscribe and like. Thank you. Have a good one.